So you're the one that's running the business, but who's actually growing? So you have trucks on the road, you have drivers to manage, you have compliance to deal with, and cash flow to watch. And somewhere in the back of your mind, there's always that nagging feeling that you should be doing more to grow the business, more direct customers, less reliance on brokers, and less waiting for the phone to ring. But every time you think about it, something else comes up, like a driver calls in sick or a truck breaks down and a customer needs something sorted. And the idea of finding new freight always gets pushed to tomorrow. The real problem is that one person, yourself, is expected to run operations, manage people, and go out and win new business all at the same time. Something always gives though, and it's always sales. If that's not a you problem, that's what happens when the day-to-day is relentless and growth keeps getting deprioritized. But I didn't learn this in a boardroom. I grew up in Moree, New South Wales, filling bulk fuel tankers. I've spent 10 years managing a bakery, 80-hour weeks managing staff, keeping something alive that would have fallen apart the moment you took your eye off it, and also 13 years at Fire and Rescue, New South Wales, which has taught me the most important lesson I carry into every business conversation, is that you never wait until you're short to start filling seats and start filling capacity. You always build the bench before you need it, and nobody in transport is doing that, and that is the issue. But the moment ambition outgrows referral capacity, when I started having real conversations with transport operators, I still kept on hearing the same thing. Referrals built the business, ambitions got bigger, and sales stopped. Operators know they need to move forward, but the pressure of running the business every single day makes it important to also go build new commercial relationships. The fixes made it worse. Google Ads and SEO, generated noise, not freight, wrong buyers, wrong intent. Then there's the appointments at a crowd, booked meetings with the wrong people at the wrong companies who had no intention of moving freight for anyone. And then there's also the aggressive follow-up. One operator told me that the follow-up left shippers with a bad taste. In an industry where everybody knows just everyone, that follows you around. Transport doesn't run on leads, it runs on relationships. You can't outsource relationships to someone who doesn't understand your lanes, your capacity, or how you operate. So here's what I do differently. I'm a fractional VP of sales. I'm your part-time salesman. I work as your dedicated commercial person, embedded in your business, focused entirely on finding you direct freight contracts. While you focus on trucks, drivers, and operations, I focus entirely on growth. So what this means for you is you get a person who is 100% dedicated to growing your company, a real commercial operator in your corner, no distraction from running your fleet and dealing with drivers and operations and all that other sort of shit. I get you direct freight relationships, no broker dependency, and someone who speaks the language of transport. I understand your business, I understand your lanes, your capacity, and what makes you different. I do that before anything goes out the door. I get it completely across your entire operation. Most operators have never had to articulate this because referrals always did the work for them. The truck stop chat and this guy did a good job, so go and see him to move all your shit. But that changes here. This is what we're changing. So after that, I identify the right opportunities. I research and build a targeted list of 50 to 100 businesses that are a genuine fit for you with the right freight volumes, right lanes, and right operational fit. If you are a bulk handler that is running from Moree to Brisbane, so that one lane and you just run backwards and forwards, and I'm not going to bring you someone who is shipping wine from the Barossa Valley up to Melbourne. It just doesn't make sense. I'm identifying the right opportunities just for you. This is not a spray and pray. Every name on that list is there for a reason. And I built the relationships. I start 20 to 30 conversations every single week through email and LinkedIn. A direct outreach to shippers and freight managers on your behalf, decision makers who control freight budgets, not the not the storeman of Bunnings, New South Wales, like in Tamworth, for example, like real people who make real decisions. And it's not a script, it's a genuine conversation. There's no scripted cold calls, no offshore callers reading from a page. Real conversations that position you as a credible operator worth talking to. I also qualify the opportunities. Not every conversation turns into a meeting, and that's just reality, and that's fine, and I'm not here to fill your calendar with time wasters. But as long as they've got freight volume, lane fit, operational match, and decision authority, I keep them and I keep on conversing with them. If it's not a fit, I move on. If it is, I develop a relationship until it's ready for you. And then I hand it over to you with 10 to 15 active opportunities at any given time. I'm managing 10 to 15 of them on your behalf, all qualified, all progressing. Weekly update every Friday, what's moving, what's stalled, what's coming, so you're never in the dark. And once an opportunity is qualified, I hand it over because you're the expert on your operation, your service, and your pricing, and you take it from there. So what this looks like in practice, here's some numbers. Let's be conservative. One new direct shipper relationship per month over 12 months, each worth 150 grand in annual contracted freight. Conservative numbers. Sometimes that's a lot, sometimes it's not really that much. It's worth $1.8 million in a full year potential. Conservatively, $900,000, but the cost of hiring internally is $120,000. So that $900,000 is, even if half don't convert, 6 new direct relationships still delivers $900,000 in new contracted freight. Like it's a no-brainer. But the cost of hiring a sales rep is $120,000. That is just for the salary. That's not including the management of them, the training, the taxes, the insurance, the super, all that sort of stuff. So you know, that $120,000 becomes close to $200,000 very, very quickly. But unlike broker relationships, when someone always takes a cut, these are direct. You set the rates, you own the relationship, and you control the pricing. I only get paid when you win. If I don't deliver 5 to 10 qualified shipper meetings in 60 days, you pay nothing. And if I fall short, I'll pay you $500 for wasting your time. So 50 to 100 qualified targets, 20 to 30 outreach conversations every single week, full qualification, weekly pipeline update, direct access to me, you keep everything. But this isn't for everyone. This isn't for you if you're happy where you are, referrals are still enough, and you're not ready to hand over the commercial side to somebody else. And that's completely fine. There's plenty of people out there who just are happy just coasting. This isn't for you. But this is for you if you're thinking that sounds like exactly where I'm at. You know you need more direct freight and you're ready to stop waiting and start building this. So just click the button below. We'll just have a little conversation. It's not a sales call. We'll talk about your business, your lanes, where you're trying to go, and whether there's a fit. If there is, we'll talk the next steps. If there isn't, no hard feelings. So once again, click the button below and we'll have a conversation. Talk then.